Hey, this is Chit Chat with Kay, and today I just wanted to bring up volunteering. I know a lot of people don't realize the importance of volunteering and how it impacts our community and impacts our own lives. I've been volunteering, I think, in different organizations from I was in high school. It was always important to me to feel needed in some way, and not even needed by personal people in my life, but feel like I feel like so many people out there have so many problems and issues and stuff like that, and the government cannot fund every single thing that's going on to help our entire, human race. I also feel like there's something in us that God has given us that we need to give back and help each other. We all get it. We all feel a little tingle and a little tug here. Well, hopefully we all do. To do something for someone else or help. I always hear people, I want to help human. I want to stop human struggle. I want to stop poverty. I want to stop eating, and I don't know where to start. Well, everything could start in small pockets of places, and that could be a trickle down effect that we could have a cured human race of poverty, hunger, diseases, a lot of things that are strictening basically our human brothers and sisters. I think volunteering for me is important because it's a way to give back. I feel like I'm very blessed. I'm not the wealthiest of person, but I'm definitely not the poorest person either. I heard this article read about if you have at least $15 in your bank account, you're richer than 85% of the world's population. $15, American dollars, that's 1 5. And I feel like we all have that in our pockets at some point or whatever. So I consider myself among the wealthy of the human race. And like I said, I'm not Bill Gates and I'm not in the 1%, but I'm not in the 0% either, if there is such a 0%. But you know what I'm getting at. I feel like giving back it does something for you. It connects you with mankind. It's part of the human spirit to want to be your brother's keeper. It's biblical to help each other. For those of you who don't believe in the Bible or the Word of God, there's something in us that we need to always be doing something for someone else. It shouldn't always be about us. I feel like we live in a selfie generation and we're not helping each other. We're not doing things that we should be doing. A lot of us complain about what's going wrong, but we don't provide any solutions to the problem. Also, I feel like it's part as a responsible citizen of this country or wherever you're from. This applies to every country everywhere because there's people everywhere that needs help. It's part of being a responsible citizen. I feel like there's a lot of people who need help, and a lot of times we don't know. They don't ask because out of embarrassment or shame or whatever, they don't want people in their business. But there's a lot of programs out there that are thirsty for volunteers to come and help them because they need people to do the work that that others really need, lack in their lives, where we can fill in the spaces and do like stuff like that. There's shelters that need help. There's hospitals. There's community churches that organize stuff that need help. There's food pantries. People start their own drive. There's people starting their own incentives. Like I know a couple of friends of mine are actually starting things where they're giving out backpacks, stuff with school supplies, because you know that's a situation going on. I think too, also I'm from New York City, so I think living in New York City, I see a lot of homeless people on the street, and it always bothers me that there's so much homeless people on the street. There's a lot of people walking around with mental illness. There's a lot of things going on. The rate for HIV is increasing like crazy in New York City, amongst people of color, amongst heterosexuals, and there's not a lot of things going on. I don't see people walking around passing out condoms. I don't see people preaching about, I don't see enough. I'm not going to say I don't see it. I don't see enough of it. And I feel like a lot of those lacks are because there's not enough volunteers to come and aid the cause. There's a lot of things going on that I feel like we don't need to have. I also believe that there needs to be a balance within our world. There's very rich. There's enough money in this world for everyone to not go hungry. Not saying everyone is going to be wealthy, but there's enough money in this world for everyone not to skip a meal in a night. There's no reason why we should be doing that. And it starts with us. I started volunteering because I felt like there was more to life than just me being here and gaining money and working and okay, partying and whatever it is that people do or I do or whatever. I feel like there's more to life than that. We're here really to. Life is not easy. We're here to help each other kind of go along in this course and make life a little bit more manageable. And I feel like by volunteering, you could help do that. So I suggest start Googling. There's volunteer.org. There's a whole bunch of different organizations. Go find your closest organization and ask them where they need help. You could start volunteering from the ages as I think a young teen. Even if your parents are involved, you could start volunteering at a younger age. If your parents could come, like animal shelters and stuff, there's help needed everywhere. Please do your part. I feel like we all need to do our part in taking care of humanity as itself. We can't rely on the government. We can't rely on someone else. We need to start doing what we need to do right now. I myself am currently volunteering at the Brooklyn, New York Library, the Brooklyn Public Library, sorry. And I actually tutor adults in learning how to read and write. And to me, I feel like it's not an easy thing to do, but I feel like it's necessary. A lot of us are walking around with this issue of not even illiteracy. And illiteracy is a big deal. Illiteracy could help a lot of people go much further in life, and that's my little part, at least for now. I could only help one or two people at a time, but if we all did something for whatever cause we have, we would all definitely be doing the most we can do with our life as we have it now. We're blessed, and we need to start acting like that and paying it forward. No longer selfish life, no longer selfie generation. We need to start actually helping others. Laters, guys. So that's it for me. Now run out there and start volunteering. Your fellow brother and sister needs you. Bye.